Hello students, I Shrikant Joshi welcome you in mathematics class for the next part of data handling. In the previous session, we had seen how we had studied ungrouped data representation, and from that we started with grouped data, presenting the data in a grouped manner. That is what group frequency distribution. Now, what we had studied previously regarding grouped frequency distribution, you may be knowing this table we had studied last time. It is giving the number of marks, the number of students. The very first thing, these are the marks that are scored by 60 students in class 8th. The total number of marks are 50. Out of that, how many each of the student is scoring, and the total number of students are 60. Now, we have done grouping of the marks, 0 to 10 marks, 10 to 20 marks, 20 to 30 marks, 30 to 40 marks, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. These are the groups that we have done, and in those groups what we have done, how many students are present in this. These are the groups. Now, 2 of the students are present in 0 to 10. So, data has been presented in this manner. Proceeding further, we had studied previously that most of the students have scored between 20 and 40. 8 students have scored more than 40 marks out of 50. 8 students have scored more than 40 marks out of 50. You can see here 7 between 40 to 50 and 1 between 50 to 60. A very simple question, children. When the paper is out of 50 marks, how come 50 to 60 has come? You can understand that also. It will be explained to you. Proceeding further, each of the groups is called class interval. Observe that 10 occurs in both classes, 0 to 10 as well as 10 to 20. What it is? Let us see the data properly so that we can understand something. See here, this student is scoring 10 marks. After that, one more student is scoring 10 marks. So, totally 2 students are scoring 10 marks. Now, where they should be represented, that is important. The same we are going to observe. 10 occurs in both the classes, 0 to 10 as well as 10 to 20. Similarly, 20 occurs in classes 10 to 20 and 20 to 30. What is the main challenge in this? What is the main thing? But is it possible to write 2 times? No, it is not. It is not possible. That an observation, say 10 or 20, can belong simultaneously to 2 classes, means you are recording twice. One student's marks you are recording twice in 2 groups. How it is possible? No. Then what we have to do to avoid this? See what they are telling. They are telling very clearly, to avoid this, we adopt the convention. We adopt a rule. What is that? That is, the common observation will belong to the higher class. The common observation will belong to the higher class. That is, 10 belongs to the class interval 10-20. Please understand properly what they are telling. This is very important. 10 belongs to the class interval 10 to 20 and not to 0 to 10. Wherever 10 is the upper limit, in that class we are not going to record the observation, but where 10 is the lower limit, we are going to record there. Similarly, 20 belongs to 20 to 30 and not to 10 to 20. If you understand this simple concept, henceforth no confusion will be there. In the class interval 10 to 20, 10 is called, now this is the class interval 10 to 20. 10, what is 10 called? 10 is called lower limit. It is the lower limit of the class, means it is what? Lower class limit. And obviously 20 will become the upper class limit. 20, what 20 will become? The upper class limit. What 10 will become? 10 will be said as the lower class limit. Similarly, in the class interval 20-30, 20 is the lower class limit and 30 is the upper class limit. So, proceeding further, what we have to study one more term, the difference between the, what we are studying, the difference between whom? Between upper class limit and a lower class limit is called the width or size of the class interval, is called width or size of the class interval. Means 20 minus 10, 10 is the answer, 10 minus 0, 10 is the answer, 30 minus 20, 10 is the answer. So, 10 in this case, what is said there? 10 in this case is what? Is the width or size of the class interval. See my dears, what we have studied regarding the grouped data, that is a group frequency distribution table. These terms are very important. Class interval means we are making appropriate groups. Here the group is made of 10-10, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Second important thing, now whatever the class you take, the first value is the lower class limit, the next value, the second value is the upper class limit. Means for example here 10 to 20, 10 is the lower class limit and 20 is the upper class limit. Third important thing, width or size of the class. Upper class limit, the difference between upper class limit minus lower class limit. It is a difference between the upper class limit and lower class limit. Means what? Upper class limit minus lower class limit is what is said as the width or size of the class interval. Again, there is a activity for you people. Go through this activity. What they are telling, study the following frequency distribution table and answer the questions given below. Yeah, study this and they have asked the questions below. Try to do this activity on your own by observing the table. And there are two sums that are given in the activity. We shall proceed further. Bars with a difference. Let us consider the grouped frequency distribution of the marks obtained by 60 students in mathematics test. Now, this is the, what is given to us? This is the frequency distribution of marks obtained by 60 students and that is given to us. You can see the frequency and the class interval here. 0 to 10 frequency is 2, 10 to 20 frequency is 10, 20 to 30 frequency is 21. This is displayed graphically as in the adjoining graph. You can see here in the adjoining graph, you can see this. On the x axis 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It is not directly 10, 0 is present here. 0 is present here. What about on x axis? It is 0, 10, 20. What are these? Marks of the students. And what is there on y axis? Number of students. What is there on y axis? Number of students. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 till 22. Why till 22? Because the maximum frequency is 21. You can see in the frequency the table that is given to us where the data is been written. The maximum frequency is 21. So 22 is sufficient for us. Now you can see the bars are next to each other. The bars are next to each other. In the previous session, you must be remembering the bar graphs or the double bar graphs. In case of bar graphs, it was that there was a gap in between them, and that too a proper gap. A uniform gap was in between the bars. And in case of double bar graphs, two bars were next to each other for comparison they were done. But after that, for the other subject, there was a distance in between the bars. But here you can see that the bars are next to each other, 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Why? Because here the classes are being grouped. Here the classes are being grouped. So what it happens? The same is represented here, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. And you can see here whatever values are written on the top of the bars are the same values that are being recorded as frequency. So is this graph in any way different from the bar graphs which you have drawn in class 7? Is it different? Observe that here we have represented groups of observation, that is class intervals. Yeah, we are comparing with our previous studies of class 7. What has happened? Are they different? And if they are different, why? What is the reason? The reason is very simple. Here we have represented the groups of observation. What? Groups of observation, not ungrouped data, it is grouped. Proceeding further, on the horizontal axis, the height of the bars shows the frequency of the class interval. Yeah, what I told you, that whatever is written here, these are all the frequencies. I had explained you this. 2, 10, 21, 19, 7, 1 are the frequencies of the class interval. Also, there is no gap between the bars, as there is no gap between the class intervals. Yeah, there is no gap in between 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Where is the gap between 10 then? First class, the class interval that is been recorded here, it has been made 0 to 10. Okay. Second, 10 to 20. Now, where is the gap in between there? No gap. So, the same has been explained here. Also, there is no gap between the bars, as there is no gap between the class intervals. The graphical representation of data in this manner is called histogram. Yeah, the bar graph which is not having any gap in between the bars. What is such type of thing known as? It is known as histogram. In histogram, what happens? When histogram is possible? When the class intervals have no gap in between them. That is important. Proceeding further, let us study another histogram here now. Let us see what they have shown in this figure. First, let us study the figure, then we shall proceed further. X axis, some line is present there. That too, a broken line or a crooked line is present there. Why it is present? Let us see. What is the data present on x axis? 20, 25, 30. What is this? It is age in years. What is on y axis? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is what? Number of teachers. And what is this representation, the whole histogram? On the top it is written age of 25 teachers of a school. What it is? Age of 25 teachers of a school. Means this histogram is representing age of 25 teachers of a school. Fine. What else is written then? Let us see what exactly the descriptions are. See this broken line or this crooked line. What it is? It is known as jagged line. It is known as jagged line or broken line. Why it is there? What is the reason? What it says? Has been used, jagged line or broken line has been used along the horizontal line to indicate that we are not showing the numbers between 0 to 20. We are not showing the numbers between 0 to 20. After that you can see 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, means with a class interval of 5, the width is 5, we are making the range. Then what about 0 to 20? It is not present. Why it is not present? Because it is understood no teacher's age is below 20 years. That's why no need of writing the previous values. Why the jagged line is present there? It is telling that 0 to 20 not present. We are not showing those numbers. Okay. What here they are explaining regarding these things, the age in years. The range is divided in equal intervals of 5 years in this case. What they are telling, the range is divided in equal intervals of 5 years in this case. Proceeding. Above, bars of equal width with no gaps in between. Yeah, what we have studied just now only we have studied that histogram means what? A bar graph without gap in between the bars, and the bars are of equal width. That is very important. Bars are of equal width with no gaps. And what about height? Height of the bar gives the number of data items in a particular group and is the frequency. Yeah, they are explaining the same thing. This was explained to us previously. Height of the bar, what it indicates or what it gives? It gives the number of data items, the number of what we can say teachers who are in that particular age group, that is the frequency. In a particular group means age group. Now 20 to 25 is a particular group. How many teachers are in this age group? 4 teachers are there. 25 to 30, 5 teachers are there. 30 to 35, 6 teachers are there. 35 to 40, 3 teachers are there. 40 to 45, 2 teachers are there, and 45 to 50, 5 teachers are there. So the height of the bar is indicating that. Let us proceed further. Now what they are saying, from the bars of this histogram we can answer the following questions. How many teachers are of age 45 years or more but less than 50 years? Let us go to 45 to 50. 5 teachers are there. You can see there what is the value written here. It is 5. It is very specific. How many teachers are of age less than 35 years? Please understand the question properly. How many teachers are of age less than 35 years? Less than 35 means a teacher who is in between the interval of 20 to 25 is less than 35. Who is counted in between 25 to 30 is less than 35, and 30 to 35 is also less than 35. So 6 plus 4 10 plus 5 15. So total number of teachers whose age is less than 35 are 15 numbers of teachers. Again activity is given for you people. Observe the histogram. and answer the questions given below. You people can do this activity. There are the questions are present on this page also. Now here, this is exercise 5.1. What is the first question? For which of these would you use a histogram to show the data? What they are telling? For the following, the situations are given below, A, B, C, D. For which of this would you use a histogram to show the data? What are the 4 situations? What are the 4 different type of data that they have described here? The number of letters for different areas in a postman's bag. The height of competitors in an athletic meet. The number of cassettes produced by 5 companies. And the 4th one, that is D, the number of passengers boarding trains from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at a station. Let us see what exactly is expected. The number of letters for different areas in a postman's bag. Okay, we can count the letters. Okay, but before going to answer these things, let us see the histogram here. What happens? Class intervals are present, and here the frequency is present, the numbers are present. Okay, understand carefully. On x-axis the class intervals are present, and on y-axis the frequency is present. Okay, let us come to the question. Number of letters, yeah, 10 letters, 20 letters, 25 letters, 50 letters for different areas. Now I can understand the frequency area wise, but what about the class interval now? How I am going to represent this in this way, as it has been represented? How I am going to represent it? Not possible. Why? Because I know the frequency. For example, I can say that in a particular area, suppose in the station area, he has to deliver 20 letters. In the adjacent area, he has to deliver 25 letters. Suppose in the third area, he has to, suppose the name of the area is Bhaiya Chowk. In Bhaiya Chowk area, he has to deliver 30 letters. Yeah, I understood the frequency, the count of the letters I am having. But how to write the intervals? What is 125 to 130, 130 to 135? Where this is coming in case of this description of number of letters for different areas? So, I cannot show the data in a histogram. It is not possible. Proceeding further. The height of competitors in an athletics meet. What they are saying? Height of competitors. Where? In an athletics meet. There is a athletics meet. All the athletics are meeting at a place for some competition. There the heights are taken. Now understand, children, height can be 5 feet 1 inch, 5 feet 2 inch, 5 feet 3 inch, and so on. And we can bifurcate how many of the athletics have the height 5 feet 1 inch. How many of them they have 5 feet 2 inch. So here what happens? I can count it, frequency is present, and class interval 5 feet to 5.1, or I can say 5 feet to 5.5, 5.5 to 5.10, 5 and similarly 5.10 to 5.15. So this is what, these are the class intervals of height that I have made. The height is in feet, 5 feet to 5.5 feet, 5.5 to 5.10, 5.10 to 5.15. So here the frequency is also present as well as the class interval is also present. I can make it. So I can represent the data using a histogram in my second description or in my second example that have been given to me. The number of cassettes produced by companies. Now the number of cassettes means, children, you can say CDs or DVDs, you can understand it much better. Why? Because nowadays cassettes have become obsolete. So CDs and DVDs you can understand. Now there are different companies which are producing CDs and DVDs. Suppose the companies are T series, or the company is Moser Beer, or the company is Samsung, or the company is HP. Yeah, I understand. HP is producing or manufacturing 1000 DVDs. Samsung is manufacturing 500. So 1500 are the frequency of the DVDs. What about the class interval? Samsung to HP, I have to write in this way, or what? HP to? No, it is not appropriate. So the C situation that is given to me, I cannot represent it using a histogram. Let us come to the D situation. The number of passengers boarding trains from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at a station. Consider the Solapur railway station. Very simple thing. In the morning at 7 o'clock, we are going to start the counting for number of passengers boarding trains. Okay. Then what we shall do? We shall make the slots 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. It is in the morning. Till evening it will be 5 to 6, 6 to 7. So I can count the number of passengers and I can make the time slots, means my class intervals. Each of the class interval is of 1 hour. So in this way, the D situation I can represent it using a histogram. I think you must have understood which situations, in which of the situations we can represent the data using a histogram and in which of the situations we cannot. The things are very simple, that wherever class intervals are possible, wherever frequency is present. Now frequency is present in all the 4 situations. Frequency is present in all the 4. Where the frequency? In the first A situation, number of letters. In B situation, the count of the athletics height wise. C situation, the number of DVDs, and in D situation, the number of passengers. These are the frequencies. Now what about the class intervals? In case of postmans, I cannot find class intervals for areas. In case of competitors in an athletics meet, I can make class intervals of the height 5 feet to 5.5 feet, 5.5 to 5.10 feet, 5.10. In this way, I can proceed further. So in the C situation, again the same thing, I cannot make the class intervals, and in the D situation it is possible. So I hope you have understood this concept very clearly, and we shall conclude this session here. In the next session, we shall continue with the next question in this exercise. Till that time, do the revision and try to understand the things in a minute way. Mathematics is not only solving, but it is reading, understanding, and the last step is solving. So first read it carefully, understand it properly, then you can solve it exactly. So here we conclude. Thank you, children.